proceeded to go on into her sob story about how she was struggling to pay her bills and she couldn't pay her DUI payment. Oh my God, because apparently that was a thing. And she explained that we had to go to her instead of the usual her coming to us. Oh, because she couldn't drive. Got it. We said we felt bad, but we're just not interested in the makeup or her services. We eventually got out of there, and while we were walking out, one of my friends stops and says, hey, what about the free gift? And shake my head, we just wanted to get out of there. She turns to us and says, oh, that, right. Hands me the worst makeup brushes I've ever seen. The brushes were so scratchy and honestly stunk to all. I thought the bristles were made of hair of a rat and had Taco Bell and tequila dysentery. I love my mom, but she has a sick sense of humor and knew exactly what would happen and just wanted to watch one of the MLM hunts get a huge dose of some smart kids not buying into their. I guess in a way, it was getting a little bit of payback for some of her friends who got screwed with the company. Sorry, this is so long, maybe not as funny as I thought, but looking back on it, we still laugh to this day. And my husband laughs his ass off when he sees the pictures from that day. Let me know if you'd like to see them. Yes. Give me them. I need to see them right now. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, we can laugh at it, but like obviously like it's sad for that lady, but like doesn't mean it's not funny. Oh, yikes. Well, those were amazing. Please do send in your scam stories, horror stories, kidnapping stories, con man stories, anything like that over to ccsuarezmakeup@gmail.com and then put scam story submission in the subject line. I would appreciate that. These were real good today, and I hope you are enjoying all of the content that we have been putting out lately. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a great month, a great year, a great day, a great moment. I hope you sleep well tonight and get all the yummy snacks today. So I will see you in my next video. Subscribe, like, comment, all those things. Let me know which one was your favorite, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea. If you don't know that, now you do. Today is Scam Stories number 41. I'm so excited. Let's go ahead and get into it. Before we do actually get started, I am dyslexic.
I hope there's no ticket inspection today.
I know. Sometimes I might read like a robot, and I'm really sorry. But you know what? I've never claimed to be anything else other than a lady with a camera and a robot, okay? So, be nice to me, or I will cry. Also cry if you don't subscribe. Anyways, let's do it. So here is the first one. I'm sorry I failed to keep this short. It's actually not too long, so that's good. Apologies if my wording sucks. English is not my first language. Oh dear God, okay. About 4 to 5 years ago, I was almost scammed by a well-known and supposedly reputable company in my country called Platinum Life. They called me and offered me a care basket of sorts for Cancer Awareness Month, completely free and delivered whenever I choose. Generally speaking, I wouldn't be interested in anything like that, and I'm generally alert when it comes to scams. But my cousin had just found out that she has cancer at the ripe age of 32. That's very, very sad. And I was feeling particularly ding, vulnerable. So I said sure and gave them my work address. Nothing happens, and I forget about it and schedule a health checkup about 3 months later just because. Cue them calling me again a week after I made the appointment.
I need
the
to
timing
purchase
was
several
suspicious,
tickets.
but I have nothing to prove that the events are connected. They follow up about the basket, and I told them I hadn't received anything, and then they mentioned something about a free $16,000 of coverage if I should discover I have cancer within the next 8 months, which, considering the purpose of the healthcare checkup I had just scheduled, obviously seemed like a good idea. Now here's where I messed up. That also sounds really weird. Like, why are they calling you and offering you like free money just in case you get cancer? Like, who are you? I feel like they're probably an insurance company though, so never mind. At that age, I didn't realize that insurance companies would organize debt orders on your accounts as long as they had your banking details. I thought, I'm not giving them my PIN, so everything would be fine, right? It was only as I finished giving them my account number that I realized that they should have no reason to have asked for it if everything they were offering is indeed free. But this guy had talked me into so much of a confused state. At this point, it only clicked once it was too late. As soon as I realized what I'd done, I expressly told him I could not afford any insurance and I did not consent to any debit orders or anything, and that it would break me financially if he were to set up a debt order. I didn't want it. He needed to stop what he was doing. He told me, no, it's okay. It'll only start going off your account in 3 months. I told him I didn't care and I couldn't afford it at all. He went on saying that it was okay and I could just cancel it after. I was so terrified because I couldn't afford losing any money to something that I didn't even agree to in the first place. In the US, you can call your bank and tell them to block any transactions from like certain institutions and stuff. He said that it would only activate after I had received the accursed package that had started this whole mess, and then he hung up the phone. I tried to call back and apparently the number was a one-way type number, so I couldn't get a hold of him. So then how are you supposed to cancel it? That is such a scam. I called my bank and they said they couldn't do anything until after the debit order, once the charge came through, at which point I could dispute it. I was stressed so much and crying. I was just out of college, no job, and had minimal savings, and had just fallen for a scam that I would generally be cautious to avoid. Luck was on my side because I never received a package, and I realized that my accounts, which were still my student accounts, and only valid after a year that you stopped being a student, were expired a month before the charges were due to start. I was lucky that I didn't suffer any consequences. Moral of the story is never think that you're too cautious to be scammed, or that just because a company is well known, they can be trusted. Thank you for all you do. Keep up the good work. Yeah, anyone can be scammed, so be careful out there. Hi Cece, my name is Isabella and I'm a long-time viewer and I love your channel and what you do. My story is a little bit different than most, but it actually has a happy ending. Thank God. You know those people who approach you in parking lots? No one better be approaching me in a parking lot. That is a way to get kicked in the throat, usually offering to clean your windshield or sell you something, or that they need $5 to get down the road. Are you just talking about unhoused individuals? Sometimes they're scams, sometimes they're genuine people needing help. Usually I don't try to pass judgment too quickly, but sometimes those situations can get kind of sticky, and I believe I was almost kidnapped because I stopped for a scammer. If you don't know someone, don't talk to them. It doesn't matter. Like, just F politeness. It really does not matter if like you hurt their feelings. Back when I had just finished my freshman year of college, I was working at a summer camp job and got off every day around 6 p.m. The camp was right near a Qdoba, and I would stop in a few times a week on the way home. On this particular night, I had to park a short distance away from the Qdoba because the parking lot was full. I parked right next to a larger van that blocks the rest of the view of my car. I got in, got my food, and headed out. As I was stepping into my vehicle, I heard someone shout, "Ma'am, ma'am." Turned around, there was a man fumbling with money in his hands. Keep in mind, all this happened pretty quickly and I didn't have a lot of time to think. He was between the van and my car, and because I stopped to see what he needed, he got close enough to block my door from shutting. He told me about the money he had in his hands were his last few dollars, but God had called him to give me the money for gas. I had no idea what to do or say. I was completely confused. As my just trying to process what's going on, another voice starts yelling, "Get the F away from her, leave her alone." I look up and see a man I went to high school with approaching the man with the money. The man with the money starts to argue, asking if I know this man and that he is just trying to give me some money, still blocking my car door from shutting. No one should get that close to you at all. The two go back and forth, and my high school peer tells him that he is my boyfriend and yells for me to shut the door. I finally get the door shut, and the two argue back and forth for a minute before the man with the money runs towards another car and hops in the passenger side, and the driver speeds out of the parking lot as fast as possible. I ended up thanking my old classmate and drove home. I was pretty shaken up. I think whoever that was using the van, blocking the view, and the fact that I looked naive to either kidnap me or take whatever I had. Probably. The happy news is the man who saved me almost 4 years ago, oh my God, is now my boyfriend of nearly 2 years. He saved my life and now he's stuck with me. Anyways, not sure if this
Just one
truly
ticket,
counts as
please.
a scam story. Yeah, it does. But when you mentioned something about kidnapping in one of your recent videos, the story came to mind. So spicy, Isabella. Isabella, I'm so happy you're okay. My goodness. This really isn't a good story, I guess. Well, okay. But more just something that blows my mind that I think this community would understand. I met this girl while we were accounting interns during college. She's one of those people that has a new best friend every day and drops people if they aren't talking to her 24/7. You know the type. I absolutely know the type. That's exhausting. Her personality is definitely one that could be taken advantage of by an MLM, given her need to have constant contact with a large number of friends. She needs constant attention. Is what it sounds like she needs. Here's the thing, she has her CPA license. To get a CPA license, you have to have 5 years of college courses and pass 4 tests that have roughly a 50% pass rate. So it's a lot of education, improving your knowledge. She worked in public accounting, auditing, for at least 4 years and is now a controller for a legit company. And she is currently not in one, but 2 MLMs. This girl who is in charge of overseeing and making financial decisions for a legit company, and she doesn't know how her side hustle is just a money pit. It really goes to show that anyone can fall prey to an MLM, even those who have the education that should prevent it.
The weather's
I'd
just
like to buy a ticket,
Absolutely.
please.
I mean, there's psychiatrists, psychologists,
I
doctors,
love
engineers. I mean,
sunny
people who, from the outside, you'd be like, they're real smart and should know better, who are in MLMs. It's wild. There are people who do advocacy work
ticket,
and
please.
who speak out against cults or speak out against this type of stuff, who are in MLMs and who are brainwashed. That's just like the power of how strong that brainwashing is. Okay, here is the last one for today. Hey Chelsea, my name is Nova. Feel free to use my name. I just did. I wanted to share with you how somebody straight up told me to give my social security number via email. Was it a Nigerian prince? Because they do that. I'm casually job hunting to see what's out there in my area. In an ideal world, I would get paid for doing nothing, but that's not the world we live in. I feel you, girl. Somebody has to pay for my dog's toys and snacks, and that somebody is me. Oh, I love you. This is a good email. I've been looking into remote jobs because the idea of hanging out with my pups while working is ideal. I included photos of Bandit and Todd for your viewing pleasure. Oh no. Oh, I already deleted the email. You know what? Gonna try to purposely go back and find them. Also, Nova's pronouns are they, them. Oh my god, your dogs are so cute. Oh my god, is that one wearing a hoodie? Okay, thank you for letting me know that you did that because I was able to go back in my email and look. I found a data entry position on Indeed for Aristocare Health Services. So I submitted my application and waited for the email saying, we want to hire somebody, but not you. I did not get it. Instead, I got, hello Nova, thank you for your interest in data entry
One
associate
ticket,
position.
please.
We received your application and regret to inform you that the position is currently on hold at our company. However, we would like to refer you for a similar remote
Thanks.
position at Russell Sportswear Inc. with the same pay range. I know that job recruiters often have links to another one. Okay, exactly. I knew it. See, we're on the same page, Nova. We're smart. After being told to reach out to this new company, I sent over a little email with something like, hey, I heard you were hiring from this other company. Here's my resume. I got a response from this new company's HR person within about 20 minutes,
wait for the
which I thought was neat at first. Then I read the email attached as that. We have received your application along with your resume, and we are pleased to inform you that we are interested in having you join our team. However, before we can offer you the position, we require that you complete the internal assessment, which is an essential step in getting to know our remote employees better. To facilitate the assessment process, we request that you send the following documents to Alexis Wolfson at russellblah.org. A clear photograph front and back of your ID card, recent clear selfie where your head is visible, your social security number, your... Whoa, what? That's really sketchy. And then also, most of this information, if it's a legit company, they should have, like, I can understand, like, a picture, maybe for, like, their intranet or for, like, email thing, but, like, you should be able to upload that yourself. You shouldn't have to send them that. And then also, like, a photocopy of your license, and then filling out an I-9? Like, really, all that information should be filled out on an I-9. You give them the photocopy of your license. Like, that's typically during like the first week of orientation, like, right? I'll say, remember when we were in orientation together, the HR person will come in and be like, okay, I need you to fill out this and this and this and like get it back to me, right? And it's usually for like, an avoided check usually is what they need to. Like, those are the basics. You wouldn't be just sending over your social security number. What? Here was every red flag I caught. Yay, I love that. They did not greet me in the email by name. Yep. Not the biggest deal, but definitely something an HR person would not exclude. They told me to send documentation to the email that I was already responding with. They asked for my ID and social security number, which is 100% sketchy to do online. Absolutely. They asked for my phone number, which is clearly stated at the top of my resume. Oh, that's sketchy too. They said my pay would increase from 30 an hour to 40 an hour after a month, which means they would pay me approximately $80K a year for 5 hours of work a day, which seems way too good to be true. For data entry? Girl. What? Like,
Hello.
but for an entry-level position at a company you're not even working at yet?
I'd like
Being
to
the smart
buy a
cookie I
ticket,
am, I responded to
please.
this email with something along the lines of, before I submit any information, I wanted to ensure that all information we send via email is encrypted, as the job posting scams are unfortunately more common in remote positions.
Bye-bye.
I feel I must ask. Oddly enough, I haven't received an email back. Stay spicy, Nova. My main question is, like, does the company that you originally tried to interview with or apply with, did they send over, like, do they know that that one's a scam? Probably. Like, maybe they're a scam too. I don't know. That's really weird. So, good job. I love hearing when you guys are able to look out for red flags, and it makes me so happy. Like, I get those DMs all the time, and it just makes me so freaking happy that y'all are able to distinguish that type of stuff and stay safe. Anyways, though, I have to go film 5 more videos today, and it's only 9 a.m. So if you want to send in a scam story submission, kidnapping story, cult story, MLM horror story, anything like that, go ahead, or just some crazy story, go ahead and send it over to my email address, which is linked down below in the description box. And then also other types of content submissions you can send over to. There's directions for that as well. And please do make sure you put in the subject line scam story submission, even if it's a cult story or a kidnapping story or anything like that. I would really appreciate it. So stay spicy, have a great day, night, weekend whenever you're watching this. I hope that you sleep really well tonight. Okay, bye.
Is All Directions a casted boy band?
Hey,
Hello, I'd like to ask for technical assistance with one. Other options.
Hello you guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have
Yes,
you here.
one
Got my
machine.
coffee today. Look at me making coffee at home a lot more now instead of going to Starbucks. It's like, I'm very proud of myself. Anyways though, you're definitely gonna wanna grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your juice, grab your pre-workout, grab whatever drink is your go-to drink, and that's what you're gonna need for this video. So in today's video, we are going to be doing an MLM fails that is focused on a specific person instead of doing an MLM fails that I would normally do, where I would take a bunch of different MLMs, MLM reps, CEOs, and putting that into a video. Today we're going to be focusing on one specific person. So the last time I did a top MLM fails on this individual was all the way back in July of 2022. I also thought it was the perfect time to talk about this individual because I have been getting a lot of emails recently, people sending me this individual's posts. So I was like, it is the perfect time to talk about this Instagram account. So for those of you who do not know, and this is your first video watching of mine, No Shame Sales Game is a huge Instagram account that is dedicated to changing network marketing from the inside out, is what she likes to state. She has over 100,000 Instagram followers on that specific account, and this individual is also in an MLM herself. She's in Rodan and Field, but her No Shame Sales Game account is where she makes content focused on network marketing as a whole. She also has a network marketing membership, a yearly membership that you can sign up for, where she makes a little over $1 million a year based on my calculations of the cost of the membership and how many members she has in it, because that is public knowledge. So in my opinion, this individual has a lot of pull on individuals in MLM, so I think it's important to talk about her and the things that she's posting. So let's get into it. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a doozy. So the first fail we are going to be reacting to is a 7-slide Instagram post. And the reason I find this post important to speak on is because you are going to notice that she, in this post, she decides to choose choose legitimate questions that the FTC on their website has stated for people to ask themselves before joining network marketing. So instead of her actually posting what the FTC says in response to these questions, she writes her own response that's completely different from what the FTC is actually saying. So what this shows me is that she knows what the FTC says about MLM. She just doesn't give a crap to actually listen to what the FTC says and provide accurate information. Instead, she takes these questions and then she manipulates the response or the answer to the question. So I thought that we would read it. So we're going to review not only what she's saying on these slides, but also what the FTC says, so we can kind of compare and contrast the difference of her post and what the FTC is actually saying. And I think this will be eye-opening for people who follow her account and are huge on watching her Instagram and listening to her, and hopefully they will see a video like this where I'm explaining, hey, this isn't the truth. This is not what the FTC is saying, and she's just manipulating all into believing what it is that she's saying when it's not actually factual. First slide says 4 questions to consider when deciding if network marketing is for you. Slide number 2 goes, do you want to be a salesperson? You'll often hear, I don't sell, I share. And yes, that's true, but don't get it twisted. This is sales. You will be sharing and talking to people about the products of the company that you've aligned with. When people think sales, they think of Matilda's dad slinging used car, and that's too bad. We all sell things every single day. If you're someone who likes recommending products, places, people that you like, this is for you. It's that simple. And here's what the FTC actually says on their website. Do you want to be a salesperson? If you join an MLM, you'll be a salesperson. Your job will be to sell the company's product and in many cases, to convince other people to join, invest, and sell. If you don't like selling, or if you're uncomfortable asking people you know to put their time and money into a business venture, joining an MLM is a bad idea. So like I said, instead of her reading the FTC's actual response to the question that they're having you ask yourself, she decided to write her own response. And in her explanation, we can see that she likes to downplay the fact that if you're in an MLM, you are a salesperson for that MLM. And the FTC also says that if you are uncomfortable selling things or asking people you know to put their time and money into a business venture, joining an MLM is a bad idea. That means the FTC is telling you that you're going to find yourself, when you're in an MLM, selling to friends and family the most. If that is uncomfortable for you, then don't join an MLM. Instead, she wants to say, oh, if you like recommending products, and this is for you, because it's that simple. You can see that she intentionally avoids the fact that if you're uncomfortable in sales and asking your friends and family to join, then do not be in the MLM or do not join the MLM. She wants you to think that MLMs are all about recommending products and it's so easy, and yeah, you'll kind of be a salesperson, but as long as you love recommending products, you'll be fine and this will be for you, which is farthest from the truth. Most of what you're going to find yourself doing in an MLM is cold messaging and trying to recruit random people on the internet. So it's interesting that she avoided also the topic of recruitment altogether. She didn't mention recruitment at all in that, when the FTC does mention recruitment. So let's go to the next slide. This question is, do you have a solid sales plan? Most people often mistake their network as their family of origin or 5 friends. Your network is actually much larger. Make sure you ask the person you're joining what their onboarding process is like and what kind of training you'll receive from them. Also consider the product you'll be selling. Will it be easy to sell to customers over and over again? Ask your potential upline about their percentage of repeat customers. So that's what she said about it. Let's read what the FTC says about this question. The FTC states, do you have a solid sales plan? Consider whether you have friends and family who will buy this product from you over and over again. Think about how you would find and keep regular customers. Can people buy something like this product elsewhere, maybe for less? This is not at all what she said in her post. So here she tries to prove on her post, like, oh, you have friends and family. You have more than just a couple of friends and family around you. You're going to have so many people that you can ask to join or that you can ask to sell the product. And if you know No Shame Sales Game, she actually prides herself on the fact that she doesn't even sign up friends and family. So I thought that that was interesting that she even stated that in the first place. She also prides herself on no cold messaging, and what she's stating sounds like they're going to be doing a lot of cold messaging. It also shows that she wants you to reach out to everyone. She doesn't just want you to reach out to your very, very, very close friends and family. She wants you to reach out to every single person that you could possibly think of, probably their mom, dad, brother, sister, uncle, along with that, in order to try and get them to sign up. Now, I do think it's important that in her third paragraph, she stated the part that the FTC did right, where she goes, will it be easy to sell over and over again? The part that she forgot to add to that is, will you have friends and family who will buy this product over and over again? Because the FTC knows that most people in MLMs do not have large social media platforms and large groups of, friend groups and families and extended family and all of these people that you could possibly ask to join your MLM. The FTC knows that most people will go on social media and they will try and recruit random people on the internet, because that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to run out of friends and family that you can try and get into your MLM. So that's why the FTC asks the question of, do you have friends and family you could sell to over and over again? Because the FTC knows how hard it is to sell to people on the internet, and how most people who join MLMs don't have these large platforms of hundreds of thousands of people who could just sign up in the MLM. She also forgot to add, can you buy the product for less somewhere else? I can only imagine that she did not add that because she knows that most MLM products are overpriced. She knows people can find products out there for much cheaper than what these MLMs are selling for, and most of these products people can find better ingredients, cheaper products elsewhere where they don't have to buy with the MLM. So I thought that was intriguing, that she's kind of picking and choosing what she wants to add from the FTC's website. It's like, girl, if you are looking at the FTC website and you found these questions and you read what they said, but now you're trying to make up your own response to it, it really shows me what you're wanting to intentionally leave out and how you're wanting to mislead your followers. The next slide is, what are your income goals? So No Shame Sales Game said, if you're hoping to become a millionaire and quit your job next year, this isn't it. The likelihood of that happening is slim to none. A more realistic expectation is extra spending money every month, extra spending money that can help you with groceries, car payments, debt payments, etc. More is absolutely possible, and so is less. So you want to know what the FTC says about this? This is my favorite paragraph in the whole FTC's website. If you go on every single slide that they talk about MLMs, every single paragraph, and you read through everything, this is my favorite thing to quote from the FTC. So the FTC says, what are your income goals? You might think that with your willingness to work hard, you can earn substantial income through the MLM. In fact, most people who join MLMs and work hard make little or no money, and some of them lose money. So this is the part of the post that got me the most kind of frustrated for people who follow No Shame Sales Game, because she willingly read on the FTC's website that most people who join MLMs and work hard make little or no money, and some lose money. And instead of taking that FTC statement, that fact that the FTC has on their website about MLMs, and posting that, she decided to completely ignore it and come up with her own reference that makes no sense. So for her to say, oh, if you think you'll be a millionaire in the next year, it's unlikely to happen. Saying this just implies and puts into people's minds that while it's unlikely to happen in a year, it is likely to happen someday, and everybody can get to that level of success. When again, she knows that the FTC says most people make little money, no money, and some lose money, let alone be millionaires out here in MLMs. That is a very, very, very small percentage of people, and most people won't make it that far in their MLM. So she wants you to believe that you can earn money for things like groceries, car payments, money to put into debt, but she knows that most people won't even be able to do that. I have gone over in prior videos of mine really breaking down the cost of an MLM, and when we look at the costs over the average people are making in these MLMs, most people aren't pocketing over $500 in their MLM every single month. So at this point of reading this post, it became very apparent to me, and in my opinion shows me, that she cares more about making money off of all of these followers that she's accumulated on her Instagram because of her membership that she has. And by her growing this Instagram platform of No Shame Sales Game, she is able to make over $1 million a month just on her membership alone. That doesn't include if she does brand deals or anything like that on her Instagram. So to me, it looks a lot more like she just wants to profit off of this page and continue to convince people to continue in the MLM versus stating actual facts from the FTC's website. So to me, that's extremely harmful when it comes to MLMs. So let's look at the next slide. I told you guys, this MLM fails is going to be a doozy, and it's going to be a long one because there's so much to just talk about when it comes to just one post of hers. Okay, so this next one says, can you afford to spend the time and money? Every business venture has risks. The startup cost is typically low, but make sure you ask the cost of the website or other reoccurring costs. And then in parentheses, she added, the monthly overhead is usually low, but you want to make sure you can afford it. That's a lie, in my opinion. She also said, also ask if you are required to buy inventory and or ship the products to your customers. What did the FTC say about can you afford to risk the time and money? They stated, every business venture has risks. MLMs are no different. Even if the startup costs seem low, additional expenses can add up quickly. Expenses can include training and travel costs, website fees, promotional materials, costs to host parties, and costs to buy products. If you need to borrow money or use your credit card to finance these expenses, you may face hefty interest charges too. Also consider the time demands of the business, like going to training, recruiting new distributors, managing paperwork, recording inventory, and shipping products. So here she ignores the fact that the FTC states the startup cost may seem low, but additional expenses can add up quickly. Instead, she likes to write in parentheses that the monthly overhead is usually low, but you want to make sure you can afford it. That's not what the FTC is saying. The FTC is also even adding and giving proper examples of costs that can accumulate in multi-level marketing companies that she doesn't decide to add to her post. Let me shit on my confidence. So to me, she is truly ignoring all of the signs that the FTC is trying to warn people about. Because guess what? MLM costs add up so quickly. They are not usually low cost. People in MLMs normally will try and tell you that they're low cost because they're going to be able to reel you into the MLM. And the problem with MLMs is that the cost in the short period of time may seem very low. Like, oh, you have a business fee that's $15. But those things accumulate over time. Or, oh, I'm just spending $90 on a product a month. That's not so bad. But are you thinking about over time, that $90 to $100 that you're spending on that MLM, how much that's accumulating to? Are you adding the business fees on top of that? Are you adding new product releases that you're also purchasing? Are you adding all of these little fees that you can have, like app fees, things like Canva, PicMonkey, everything you're using to do all of your editing, all of these softwares that MLMs want you to add, all of the apps on your phone that they want you to add. And that doesn't even include the trips that people go on. MLM trips, based on every trip I've been on around 5 trips when I was in my MLM. All of them, when I looked at them and I calculated the cost of each of them, they costed anywhere from $900 to $1,200 per trip. So that monthly PV requirements, new product releases, business fees, website fees, app fees, and more are going to accumulate to a lot of money, which is why the FTC states that most people who join MLMs make little or no money, and some people lose money, because at the end of the day, while it doesn't seem like a lot of money in the short period, over time, that money really starts to add up into thousands and thousands of dollars being lost in just a year's time. So I thought it was interesting that she really decided to completely ignore every warning sign that the FTC gave, because she had to find these questions somewhere that's on the FTC's website. And instead of just posting and referencing and linking the FTC's website, she should have done that too. She should have put the question, she should have linked her source of the FTC, and then she should have given what the FTC actually said, instead of trying to come up with her own explanation of things that makes me assume that she's trying to manipulate her followers into believing her. Now let's look at the last slide of this post. I just love that she ends it this way. She goes, if you decide that it is for you, check the link in my bio to snag a direct sales growth community membership so you can be confident that you're doing things the ick-free way. So again, all of these posts that she's doing, she decides to end the post with, check out this membership, go to this membership. She's constantly promoting that membership. That membership is $365 out front. You're gonna spend $365 per person, and in her opinion, you're gonna be able to learn how to do things the ick-free way, when in my opinion, it's the same old MLM stuff. Most of the stuff that she says is the same thing I hear from a lot of top MLM reps. It's just stated in a different way. It's just repackaged differently is kind of how I see it. Along with that, like I stated, she has over 2,000 people in her membership currently that cost $365, which means she's making over $1 million by posting about it and constantly having people join, which just shows me that this page is more so for her to make money than, in my opinion, to truly help people. So let's read her description of this post just to see what she wrote. She goes, the first step to duplication, make sure you're qualifying your prospects. Not everyone is meant for this business, so stop drooling over everyone with a damn heartbeat. You're doing someone else a disservice, and you're wasting your time if you're recruiting people based on the wishy-washy explanation of what's actually involved here. Being on the same page about expectations prior to someone enrolling as a consultant will help you so much in the long run. Instead of being afraid of scaring some people off, focus on the right ones who get excited by what's involved. P.S. I have trainings and documents in my membership that help you qualify your prospects and onboard them effectively. Again, she states all this in her caption, but she doesn't prove it in what she's actually posting. If she didn't want to do people a disservice, if she didn't want to give people this wishy-washy explanation of what's actually involved, she would just state facts. But what she stated was not fact. She took those questions from the FTC site, left out the source, left out the actual explanation that goes along with those questions from the FTC, and instead makes up her own little thing about what she thinks the response to these questions should be. And in my opinion, that's a wishy-washy explanation. That's just trying to get people to buy more into what she's posting on her page. And I really want to know what you all think, because a lot of times you don't blatantly see top reps showcasing that they know the truth, right? A lot of people who are in MLMs really don't know what the FTC says. They don't know that income disclosure statements exist. They don't comprehend really how to read things like comp plans and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't even know what the FTC is. I didn't even know what the FTC was until I was leaving my MLM. And a lot of people are put in that position. So a lot of those people that are put in that position are just going to believe what it is that she's actually stating because it's coming from her and she's a top rep that's saying these things. And we don't really see a lot of these top reps just blatantly proving that they know what the FTC says and they're choosing to ignore it. And that shows more to me than anything else. So let's move on to MLM fails number 2. MLM fails number 2 is also slides that she posted. It's not just one little post. This is going to also be a 6-slide MLM fail. So let's read it. Slide number 1 says, according to a recent LinkedIn study, 61% of U.S. workers are planning to leave their jobs in 2023 in order to find opportunities that better align with their personal values and goals. So yes, there is a study that the LinkedIn actually did. I found that study, and I also found a lot of articles that were actually written about this LinkedIn study that I found really interesting. So you can also look up this study and find it on the internet and find a bunch of different news articles that were made about it. But yes, the study did show that 61% of U.S. workers do plan to leave their job for better job opportunities. And this shows mostly what we already know in 2023. People are sick and tired of jobs that are not good to their workers, managers that don't really treat their workers properly and things like that. So a lot of people are willing to leave their jobs to find jobs that align with their values and goals, but also align with how they like to be treated. So I do agree with that slide. The next slide says their priorities are improved work-life balance, opportunities for career growth, and flexible work arrangements. So I think these are really good priorities to have when it comes to a job. These are things that will also not be fixed by joining an MLM, because clearly she's going to start talking about, people are going to want to be their own bosses and join this MLM because these are their new priorities. Things like work-life balance, opportunities for career growth, flexible work arrangements. That's not going to get fixed. Those priorities that you want improved in your work environment is not going to be fixed by joining an MLM, because joining an MLM is definitely not going to improve something like your work-life balance. You're actually going to spend more time working than you are living your actual life. On top of that, it lacks the ability to help you grow in any career capacity at all. And on top of that, it's definitely not flexible with its hours. If you ever watch MLM Zoom calls or you see posts that MLM top reps are writing in team pages and stuff like that, they want you to work in every pocket of time that you have possible. They want you working when you're literally sitting on the toilet. They want you working when you're giving birth. They want you working when you're on vacation. They want you working before you're getting rolled into surgery. I have literally seen people working while they're in the middle of giving birth. I have seen people working when they are on a hospital bed getting wheeled to surgery. So we see that happening, and that proves alone that there is no work-life balance, career growth, or flexible work arrangements possible in MLM. The next slide says, according to LinkedIn, 76% of Gen Z and millennials say that becoming their own boss is their goal. If that is their goal, which it is, that is what the study stated, this means that Gen Z and millennials want to start their own businesses from the ground up. They want to own their own business. This does not include becoming a salesperson for a company that barely pays its reps any money. So in my opinion, she's trying to use this LinkedIn article to make it seem like, oh yeah, you should join this MLM because this is what people want. People want to be their own bosses. 76% of Gen Z and millennials say that they want to be their own bosses. Yes, they do. They want to be their own bosses and own their own businesses, not be a salesperson for a multi-level marketing company. There's a difference. Slide 4 states, the reason a social selling side gig appeals to people is because there has been a fundamental shift in the modern worker, the willingness to prioritize other things in your life beyond whatever job they hold. I don't agree with this at all. She said that the reason a social selling side gig, aka an MLM, appeals to people is because there's been a fundamental shift in modern workers and that MLMs are going to help you prioritize other things in life beyond the job that you have. I don't agree with this. The reason that MLMs appeal to more people are for multiple reasons. One will include they want to have a sense of community, and MLMs are really big on showcasing community on social media platforms, and they know how to present communities on social media platforms to get people reeled in that maybe don't have a good sense of community. A second reason that people join MLMs is because they are told that they can make substantial income through the MLM as long as they work hard, which is not a fact and it's not true. Number 3, they also join for a sense of purpose. So people are convinced to join MLMs under a guise that MLMs will give them things like community, purpose, and financial freedom. And that's farthest from the truth. So people probably do want a side gig, but they want something that's real. They want something that they can do themselves. They want a side gig that is their own thing, that allows them to be their own business owner, start their own thing from the ground up, not be an MLM rep. Because MLMs are definitely not doing anything to fundamentally shift things when it comes to the workforce, and they're definitely not helping people prioritize life over anything else. So the next slide says, if you have found a way to make money from affiliate marketing / network marketing, start talking about it loudly and confidently. It's what people are looking for. And if you want to make sure you're the best at it, join the direct sales growth community. Here you can see she's still promoting her direct sales membership. Again, the ultimate goal for this page of hers is to just make more money, not presenting the truth, not changing MLMs from the inside out, not showcasing facts from the FTC, stats from the FTC. Instead, she's choosing to ignore all those things so she can benefit financially. So then the description of this post says, the carousel says it all. More than half of U.S. workers are looking to leave their jobs this year, and having another job offer in hand before they do is not a requirement. People are willing to take pay cuts, pick up side gigs, and start their own businesses in order to live lives that are more aligned with their personal values, basically work flexibility. Affiliate marketing and network marketing, whatever you call it, can act as the bridge that many people are looking for to begin their lives by design. Don't sleep on millennials and Gen Z in the workforce. They're done and they're ready to blaze their own path. So stop putting affiliate marketing and network marketing into the same thing. They are not the same thing. They will never be the same thing. And the next MLM fail I'm about to do, I'm going to go over that a little bit more. But no, they're not the same thing. So I get so annoyed when these top leaders are like affiliate marketing / network marketing. It's the same thing. If you're doing affiliate marketing, you're doing network marketing. No, network marketing, aka MLMs, and affiliate marketing are two separate things. People can do affiliate marketing and be content creators, and that would be the way to go about it, versus network marketing. It's a lot more lucrative to be a content creator than it ever will be to be in an MLM. So let's move on to the next fail from No Shame Sales Game. I think this one was actually sent to me by someone that wanted me to cover it, because I think the first two that I just went over, I got myself, but I think this one was sent to me. I can't remember. So this post states, what do billion-dollar brands like Nike and Amazon have in common with the average everyday person? The ability to make money with affiliate marketing. And the description goes, when you realize that affiliate marketing, social selling, network marketing, whatever you want to call it, an income-making opportunity stereotypically reserved for that girl from high school who's a now stay-at-home mom, has become the marketing technique being used by million-dollar brands. You start to rethink things. Okay, yes, Nike and Amazon do allow you to make an income through what's called affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is where you try a product, you love that product, then you get a customized link for that product, and anyone who clicks on that link and buys and wants the product, you'll make a set commission off of that, or a set rate, whether that's 5%, 10%, 15%. Especially on Amazon, it really depends on the product itself, the percentage that you make, depending on, say, fashion or home decor. Everything gets a different percentage of commission. So many influencers are trying to find multiple streams of income. So influencers, content creators will utilize affiliate marketing as a second source of income. For example, most content creators are on platforms like Instagram, TikTok,
The storm
and
blew my hat
YouTube.
away.
YouTube, you clearly make money just on ads on your videos. Nobody has to buy products, nobody has to do anything. Same for TikTok. You have the creator fund where people are able to make money by just posting their videos. Just based on their views, TikTok pays them. Nobody has to put money into it. Nobody has to pay that content creator anything in order for them to make money, right? You just watch their video because you enjoy it and they make money. When it comes to affiliate marketing, that's just another source of income for people. So people who create content on YouTube will also do something like Instagram Reels that gives them an additional source of income. And then they will also do something like affiliate marketing because they're already trying products, they already love products, so they might as well share a link, and then if someone likes that product, they can buy it and you can easily make commissions off of that. So most influencers or content creators are using this as another source of income because they use these products on a daily basis. Now, yes, you're going to have some content creators who try and lie about a product that they don't really use, which is inauthentic and dumb to do because you're going to just lose trust from your followers and stuff like that. But in general, a lot of influencers are just promoting products they use on a daily basis so they can make income if someone decides that they want to buy the product or not. And I want to emphasize when I say this is just another source of income for many content creators. Most people don't depend on affiliate marketing to make their money. They don't depend on their followers paying them something in order for them to make an income. Influencers, content creators make money from brands paying them and brands paying for ads, things like that get put on videos. So you don't have to ask your followers to buy something. You don't have to try and reel people in like MLMs do. MLMs, you need to recruit. You need to have people joining and you need to be convincing them to continue to stay in that MLM longer. You're having to convince them to continue to buy products to keep up with PV requirements and things like that. That's not happening in affiliate marketing. So that's the main difference is affiliate marketing allows you to make commissions if anyone talks about a product that you like versus network marketing allows you to make money by selling a product, only one company's product, while trying to convince others to do the same so you can make even more money. And that's the basis of where you're going to make most of your money. It's by recruiting others to do the same thing. So no, whereas she writes, social selling, affiliate marketing, network marketing, whatever you call it, blank, blank, blank. It's like, no, those are different things. It's like saying Nike and Adidas. They're the same thing. They're just the same brand. If you buy from Nike, that's the same brand as Adidas. I mean, the logo may be different, but it's the exact same thing. It's like, no, they're two different brands, two different companies. And yes, Nike did just also release that they are doing affiliate marketing. Now, in order to do it, you do have to sign up with a third-party site. So Nike actually did state, I don't think it says, it doesn't say when they actually posted this on their site, but it does say that you can become an affiliate with Nike where you can earn commissions like up to 10% when you refer a purchase, aka where you post a link and someone purchases. You'll get exclusive Nike content and sneak peek at